So we have Sam asking, just wondering if there's a way to hide a slight tilt on my kilt. His hips are slightly uneven and it bothers him, and he feels like he's wearing it improperly.
Um, is there a way? Are his hips tilted, Mac? Is he tilted left, right, or is he tilted front, back?
He did not say. I will keep an eye out if he posts anything.
I suspect
Okay.
he's saying. I think he's probably saying left, right, possibly due to surgery or an injury or something like that.
Yeah.
My father-in-law has that issue. So let's assume left, right for the sake of the argument.
Okay. If you're either you have one leg longer than the other one, or your hips are a little bit off, or you have, due to injury, you tilt slightly to one side and not the other. How do you compensate? Here's the issue. You're dealing with physics, or reality. I don't know, whatever. If you have a patterned kilt, meaning a tartan kilt is, what is it, Eric?
Gridular.
Gridular. Side note, gridular is not a word. We looked this up today. Gridular is not in the dictionary, Webster's. However, it is a word that is used by more than just us. I am in very good company. Urban Dictionary, as well as several others, do have gridular listed to be a grid-like thing. Please, write your senators, write your congressmen. We want gridular on the record. I want gridular to be a thing. Period. That's my rant. That's my rant for today. Now,
Okay.
your hips are off. You have one that's a little bit lower than the other one. What do? You have a kilt, tartan kilt. It is gridular. There's not much you can do. If you pull it down on one side or up on the other side, you're going to end up being a little bit off. If you try to make the kilt to account for the difference in the making, what you're going to end up with is a waistband and the top line of the kilt that goes down on an angle one direction. So a line that exists on this side will disappear on this side. So don't do that either. What I would say is realistically split the difference. Pull it up a little bit on one side and leave it, down on the other side. So if you have let's say it's an inch difference from your right side to your left side, maybe keep it up about an inch on the right side and down a half inch, or a half inch on one side and a half inch on the other, down on the other side. Maybe that would help a little bit. I don't know if through physics and your body, the kilt would kind of recenter itself as you walk around throughout the day. I fear that will probably be the case. But it is what it is. I go back to the same answer that I gave to the gent who, had a prosthetic leg. Just own it. Just do what you do. Be who you are. It's your body. You're not going to be able to change it. If you walk with a limp, if your hips are off a little bit, if you have some kind of physical deformity, for lack of a better term, it's just part of who you are. Suck it up, own it, and wear it like a badge of honor. It's part of your life. It's part of your story, your experience. If it were me, I would just do it. I would make sure that I'm put together and as neat as I could be in other parts of the outfit. But when it comes to the kilt, it's just part of life. It's part of who you are, period. Eric?
Yeah, basically, again, you stole my thunder. I was going to say something to that effect. Basically, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. You are you, and there's not a competition with this stuff. Just, it's okay. Accept who and what you are physically. It's all right. And basically everything that Rocky said. Everything Rocky said. But I will give it. It did occur to me that if he wanted to dial in how things look for a formal occasion, one possibility would be a hack, which I just thought of, which would be use braces. Basically, keep the kilt loose on the waistband and then suspend it with braces, and that way you can tighten the braces on the one side and keep them looser on the other side, so that essentially you are allowing the kilt to hang at whatever way you want it to hang, all of this technology and all this hacking is going to be covered up by your vest and your jacket. Conversely, I suppose if it's casual occasion, you could wear a sweater, like an Aran sweater over it, and that would hide it also. But I think that basically the goal aesthetically is to have the bottom edge of the kilt look symmetrical as possible, as even as possible, and then hide the rest. So maybe something like that, using braces to hang the kilt and tweak it, might work. Barring that, even if you have other layers on, that's going to distract from the issue you're feeling anyway. If you have a vest on, a sweater on, a closed jacket, those things will help distract the eye from the issue that you're concerned about. I think the only time it's going to be very obvious that you have a asymmetry going on is if you're going around with a kilt with just a shirt. You know, do you agree?
Yeah, I would go a step further. I'll go into psychology.
You always do.
You care about it so much more than anyone else. Like, everybody has insecurities. Everyone's got something, whether it's acne, whether it's a shorter leg, whether it's prosthetic leg, whether it's, you're bald, whatever, your belly, it doesn't matter. Everybody's got something. Everybody's concerned that people are looking at them a little bit weird because of that thing. And you probably felt the same way the first time you wore a kilt. Remember that? So ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's in your head. Yes, you can improve it. And if it makes you feel better, yes, try to, work into little hints and tips and tricks that we're working out. But nobody is looking at you the same way you're looking at yourself. Nobody is comparing you. Nobody is judging you in the same way that you are judging yourself. So allow yourself to be who you are, flaws and all, and just do it. The sooner you stop caring about what other people think of how the minutia of your outfit, not whether you're, being disrespectful to the heritage or something like that. That's a whole different level. But the sooner you stop caring about the minutia of what someone else thinks that you can't help, the happier you're going to be, period. So are you still self-conscious about wearing a kilt when you go out in public? Do you care what anyone thinks about you? Let us know in the comments. If you want to see that video about the guy with the prosthetic leg, check it out. It's right over here. If you want to see an entire playlist of tips and hints for wearing the kilt, check out this playlist down there.